everybody, welcome back to Survival Challenge. We have our opening challenge about to begin.
Yes.
So our contestants, you can probably hear them behind us, are making their jolly on way up from the holding area over to the lovely challenge field where
Here they come.
Sir John is waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of mute this audio from behind here. And we're going to test out Taylor's side cam audio to see if we got it working this time. So if you want to let me know in the comments if you can hear Taylor's voice in a few seconds, let me know.
Hello. She's been talking to the camera.
Let me know if you can hear Taylor's voice.
Where are we? All right, time for the first runway.
Oh my God.
Get ready for fly bomb. Can I get the rest of you?
There's a drone above me and it just scared the heck out of me.
Come on over. Come on over. There we go. Welcome to Survival Challenge Season 11. First off, on behalf of all of the existing Survival Challenge family, to you, welcome to the family. We're glad to have you. We hope you have a great experience. And are you ready to get to your first challenge? Yeah. First challenge is called Names Are Important. What we're going to have you do first is take a spot on one of these squares. We're arranged in a circle all the way around here. Doesn't matter which spot you go to. Just go there, stand there. Don't do anything else. Go ahead.
Alrighty, they're headed out. Let's see what they're up to.
This is a really simple challenge. Underneath that block right where you're standing is a piece of paper with an answer sheet. On my go, you're going to pick that up, grab your pen, you're going to need to put your name on it. If your name is not on that sheet, you're not going to get any points for sure. So make sure that's the first thing you do. You're then going to see two columns. One says name, and one says state/country. So we want to know how well you did in the last few hours getting to know your tribe mates, future tribe mates at least. So what you're going to do is write down their name and where their residence is. And by resident, I only want state, or if they're not from the United States, the country that they're from. So if it were me, it would say John, Florida. That's it. Pretty simple. You're going to have 90 seconds to write down as many name and state or country combinations as possible. You will get 1 point for each pair that's correct. So if you only have the name and you have the state wrong, no point. You may leave your square to talk to one another, but you must leave your answer sheet and your pen at your space. So you can go and converse, you can yell to one another any way you want to do it, but you're only writing down the answer when you're at your square. Is that clear? There's one other question at the very bottom of the sheet. It's a bonus question. You write down the number of survival challenge contestants who have played in the game through the first 10 seasons. The question's written out there for you. You get that right, it's a bonus. It's a number. After those 90 seconds are up, I'll say stop. I want you to
Hey
put
May,
your pen
yeah, the
down
cast
immediately.
release was actually
You keep
done at
writing,
5 o'clock,
take
so you
your
can see that in our
answer sheet, and
past
you're getting a
videos
0.
on
So don't push the
Facebook.
timer on that. Once we're stopped, we'll give you all the instructions from there. Anybody have any questions?
I have a question. Does spelling count?
Get it reasonable so that we can understand what it
And
is.
luckily for Jay over there, spelling does
same
not
thing with
count in
handwriting.
this challenge.
If
So what
we
they're
can't
doing is
make
they're
it
trying
out,
to
you're not
remember
gonna get
the
credit for it.
names and the states
Fair enough?
or locations
Let me
in
get out of the
general
circle.
of all of their fellow contestants, as many as they possibly can. Basically just how well did they
Survivors
use that
ready!
couple of hours.
Don't forget to write your name. Go!
So we got everybody working here. Everyone's in a big circle. If you're just joining us, just tuning in, everyone is trying to remember the names and locations of their fellow contestants.
15 seconds elapsed.
They have 90 seconds to do so, so John is not giving them any help. They were allowed to leave their post, though, to ask other people what their names and locations are. Doesn't look like anyone's taking advantage of that opportunity. Maybe
1 minute to
my friends
go.
across the circle here, you can see straight across. I'm not sure who they are yet, because I don't know everybody's name. These two were talking to each other, so they were kind of taking advantage. Oh, it looks like White Hat's talking to the person next to him. All right, yeah. The cast release is going to go
45
live on
seconds.
YouTube at 7. That is completely true, but if you want a sneak peek, you can go into the intro video that Isaiah, Taylor, and I did earlier, and you can see who all is playing this year. We did a quick shout out to everybody, and you can see their like cast photos, but that's all the
30
content we've
seconds.
released so far. Yeah, so it looks like, I thought, this was going to be a little bit more chaotic. They're all pretty chill about this, which I respect. For a second, I thought that camera guy over here across the way
15
was someone
seconds.
who's on the person's answer sheet.
10,
Let's see.
9, 8, 7,
They're just looking around. Good for them.
5, 4, 3,
See how good everybody's memory
2,
is.
1. Pens down. Stand up, please.
All
You're
right,
going to
first
come around and
challenge in the
collect your
book.
answer sheets. Just stay where you are. No talking.
So now we're going to collect everybody's answer sheets and kind of see what's happening, what's going on. All our lovely volunteers come around to help out. They are not allowed to communicate at all during this portion, so I'm going to turn the camera around while we do some scoring. So here's Travis. We are working on all our different camera angles here, getting everything up to date. If you guys were on the stream earlier, when we had Taylor's camera up, did you hear her? Can you shout out in the comments if you could or not? That'd be really helpful. And I'm going to flip the camera back around because some stuff's going on. I know. Alrighty. So the score sheets have been taken. So now we're going to see who
All right, I want you to
knew
stand
the most
facing away
things.
from the center. Come on in, guys.
Alright. And
Go ahead.
we got some blindfolds on. Sound is very low. Penny, is that the sound of the challenge or is that the sound of my voice? Can you clarify? Because the challenge definitely will be low. Everyone's really spread out and just far apart. So if you ever can't hear the challenge or what's happening, just let me know. And I'll repeat anything that John says. I can paraphrase quite well at this point. John and I are like one brain.
Mom.
So let me know what you can't hear, because I can't get too much closer than this, just because I gotta, make sure I'm out of the way for the experience. Got all our volunteers walking through. Alex taking some camera shots right there. And all our friends are getting blindfolded now. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Bring me up and save my audio.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. The sound of my voice is low, so I'm gonna come over here closer to the camera. Hopefully that's a little bit easier to hear my voice. Alrighty. Again, working on our technical difficulties. Can you guys let me know if my voice is a bit louder now, or if that's better or worse? Nothing's happening right now. Nothing's happening. Awesome. Alright, I think I'm gonna just avoid the outward camera audio because it was bad. It's facing the opposite direction, it's facing the contestants, and so they aren't really doing anything right now, so that's why you guys couldn't hear them super well. They're kind of standing silently, so I'll keep it on this audio so you guys can hear me a little bit better. And then when maybe if I get up and close and personal to some of the contestants when they're doing challenges, I'll turn the audio around. I'm gonna shoot it over to Taylor's audio to see if you guys can hear her. So give me 1 second, and then give me some sound outs in the comments if you can hear Taylor in just a couple seconds when I go to her audio. This should still be my audio, and let's try Taylor. Okay. Okay.
Same thing.
Oh.
No sound. Okay.
Alright. Hey everybody, we're back. Sorry we were doing some technical challenges there. We're trying to figure out the sound on Taylor's. Unfortunately, not working currently, so we'll come back to that probably tomorrow morning once we do some test videos. But in the meantime, boop, sorry, better footage, here you go. So in the meantime, here we are. Nothing is happening right now, which is why we took that opportunity. Basically, we have all the contestants who are standing blindfolded, facing away from the circle, and we are waiting to score all of the first rounds of the challenge. So that first round of the challenge, what's happening is that all of the contestants were given a sheet of paper. They had to write down the names and locations of every other contestant that they remembered. So that's what they were doing. We can see that all the contestants are having a nice little time chatting with each other as they're all standing outwardly blindfolded. But we're just waiting. Why is only one man stretching? Maybe he's just more prepared than everybody else. Good for him. But yeah, we're just hanging out. Trying to psych him out a little bit, you know. A little bit of mental stress. We got a lot of trains in the comb, so you might be able to hear those trains too.
Exactly.
Yeah. Melissa, I wonder, let's see if I can figure out how to add comments to the stream. Oh, and I did it. Melissa, you're right. It would be so stressful. I would be terrified right now. You don't know what's happening. You don't know where anyone is. You don't know where you are. And maybe they might just get led somewhere different too.
I think I knew the number. I knew about him, but I just completely forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot. I knew there were 3, so I wrote Ohio. I was getting everything marked down. Like,
Yeah. What's accurate?
Yeah, it is definitely a toasty one. It's very, very muggy out here today.
I don't know what penmanship is going to be helpful either.
Agreed.
I'd look to be able to see very
But we're just out here, you know? Hang out.
I need everybody to stop talking.
Oop. And here comes John.
Make sure you're facing the direction you're supposed to.
Let's see what happens to all our loved ones out there. So right now we were just touting the scores from the first round of the challenge. So everybody had to try and remember the names of all the people and locations of all the people that they're playing with. Right now we're about to probably do something based on how everybody did. So you can see that some of our friends are getting led out of the circle. But because everyone's blindfolded, no one knows where the other people are going. Undisclosed area. We are not going to show you what that undisclosed area is. If you want to know where our humans that were missing are gone, you will have to tune in to the live show, because that's where you will find out. Tonight we will talk a little bit about what is happening to anyone who is not staying in the challenge field. Alrighty, we still got our friends and we're setting something fun up here. I'm gonna move this tripod, so please excuse me while I lift it in the air. I bet you guys a good view. Let's see what's on this guy over here. Let's see some of our blindfolded friends. Boop. There we go. Sorry if that was loud, everybody. Tell you what these people's names are if they have blindfolds off their faces. I appreciate you guys signing up in the comments who your people are. Tell me who your people are. Root them on. They're going to be watching these streams back later, and they would would love to see you cheer them on. So sound out in the comments for who you're loving, who you're excited about. You can see that it looks like everyone is getting a paper dropped behind their feet. Unsure what that paper is. If you are looking for a mobile stream of the challenges, getting up close and personal with our contestants, or something that is a little bit, you know, more straight up factual, exactly what's happening in the challenges, you can head to Isaiah's stream on YouTube as well. Feel free to check out all of our streaming options this year. You can see definitely, I'm going to pan over really quickly while we wait, to some of our village volunteers. Working at Survival Challenge is exhausting. There's a lot to do, there's a lot of roles. We have a video team, we have our contestant care team, we have a challenge team, we have field production, we have live stream. There's so many different things to do at Survival Challenge, and it's a big production, so it takes a lot of work, it takes a village to put all this on. So thank you in advance to our volunteers. If you're watching this screen back, we appreciate you. Eric's getting a really good angle there. Nice blindfolded picture of Kelsey baby. But yeah, in the meantime, here we are. They look sweaty. Yeah, Alex, that's because, when you pin that comment, that's because it's hot out here. It is disgusting. It is so muggy in Macomb, Illinois right now. Someone look up the temp for me, please, because it's gross. The temp is gross. Not a number, just gross. I can just imagine the anxiety that all of them are feeling right now, just having to stand blindfolded, not knowing what's happening, and I'm so excited for them to eventually take off their blindfolds and realize that a bunch of their fellow contestants have been taken from the circle, and we don't know where they are. They have no idea where they are right now. And neither do you. And you won't, because eventually I'll tell you, but not right now.
Alright, you can take off your blindfolds.
Alright,
Drop
and
them on
off
the ground right where you're
go
at.
the
Turn around and
blindfolds.
face me, don't do anything else.
Off go the blindfolds.
Our next challenge is called the Trivial Pursuit.
And we're on to
Let's
challenge
see
number
how much
2.
you know about survival challenge history. So underneath your standing square that's next to you or you're standing on is your answers. There are 10 questions. You have one on the front and one on the back. On my go, you're going to come out. They all have the same questions on it. Questions. The challenge, you feel like...
Alright, well, thank you to my mother, Michelle. Hello. For letting me know you guys can't hear. So unfortunately, it looks like our one mic isn't strong enough to quite get what John is saying at the tribe, or at the challenge over here. So as a recap, this challenge is a survival challenge trivia challenge. So what this challenge is that they have sheets, if you can see in the middle there, I'll zoom in for you onto these things in the middle. They have to run into the middle and answer questions about survival challenge. Their goal is to get all of the questions correct in 5 minutes. They can only answer questions about survival challenge when they are standing on their little square that's in front of them.
Starting where Evan is standing. If you get in and you realize, I don't know anymore and I don't feel like running over there, you can leave and go get in line. your spot in line is going to be the tiebreaker. So if a couple of you have 6 right, for example, whoever's farthest in the line forward is going to take.
Yep, there absolutely was a lawnmower in the background. Again, takes a village in here, so we're moving a lot of stuff around. I will try to reiterate everything that John says so you guys can hear it.
You can do either one of those 2 things.
But there's a lot going on in this
If
challenge.
you can't read your answer, you won't get credit.
So,
Any of the 3 eagles have the same sets of questions on it, so you can run to anyone you want.
one more time. We got these lovely boards in the middle.
We have to fill it out here.
Yes. You must fill out your answers.
Lovely
only
boards in the
at
middle.
your
There are
square.
3 of them.
So
And
you're
what
gonna have to stay at your square.
Yes.
And what you have to do is they're going to run up, they're going to read the questions about survival challenge, and they have to race back to their square and answer as many of the 10 questions as possible within their 5-minute period. And you may be wondering, well, what the heck are the people going to do?
Ready. Go.
Oh, and here they go. You might be saying, well, what the heck are people going to do if they don't know the answers to these questions? Luckily for them, way across the pond, a ways away, there are 10 boxes. So if they don't know the answers to the questions, they can choose to run over to those boxes, and now those boxes have the answers to the questions in them for them. So they will be able to use those if they don't know the answers. But again, they only have 5 minutes. So if you don't know a lot about Survival Challenge, you should have come more prepared. So right now, I think it looks like they're just trying to memorize questions, probably. Honestly, I don't even know the best strategy for this one because, like, answering one question at a time is probably fine, but you're crowded around this. Also, what are these people at the front one doing? Come on, guys. We literally have people crowded at this one, and like one person is at the other one, and they all have the same questions written on them. So we see our first friends heading across the pond. So some people are like, I don't know anything about Survival Challenge, Sam. I did not come prepared to play this
4
game.
minutes to go.
Ooh, 1 minute elapsed already. 4 minutes to go, and it's going to take them a good minute just to run around the pond. So my guess is they probably didn't know any of the answers, or they knew a few, and maybe they've already answered the ones that they have. So what it sounded like John said was that if they feel like, oh, Luke studied for this, go Luke, good job. Is that which one of our Lukes are you rooting for? Magdalene, which one are you rooting for? Because there are 2 Lukes on the season this year. Looks like, I'm gonna say, my 2 friends that just ran back across the field, it looked like they might have been talking to each other about some answers. Oops, whoops, went to the wrong person's, yikes. So yeah, if you feel like you have all the answers you could possibly have, then you are able to go and get in line, basically. And when you get in line,
2 minutes elapsed. 3 minutes to go.
when you get in line, it's like the tiebreaker. So if the same people have like the same number of answers correct, then they're able to kind of determine who lined up first will like win over the other person. Okay, good for Aussie Luke. I love that for him. Is that going to be his nickname this season, Aussie Luke? It looks like we're having some mix-up on the far side of the circle about whose paper is whose, and that's why John said, everyone write your name on it, because now they are going to get, whoever's paper they're accidentally writing on is going to get a lot of answers. Hopefully the right ones. We have a lot of friends heading across the lake, so a lot of people did not study their Survivor Challenge trivia before coming out here. Though, then again, neither did I when I started, so. Ooh, Allison, I'm pinning your comment because I'm really interested. I like it. They're separating the tribes by the social butterflies. So the people who got removed from the groups are the social butterflies because maybe they got the most right. And then now these are the history buffs. These are the survival challenge nerds. Maybe they're going to be a tribe. The people who do the 6 best on this. I am interested. Melissa, I will get you those comments, girl. I will get you those questions. I'll quiz you guys in the comments and you can tell me, but I'm not close enough right now, so maybe on another stream or maybe in the downtime between rounds we'll go up and we'll look at it. Whoever this woman is running around, lost her paper. She cannot find it, so I have a feeling she's not going to be one of the highest scorers this time. My woman over here in the white tank top doesn't know where she was standing. It looks like a lot of people are confused over there though, so who knows? Maybe somebody else has hers.
1 minute to go. 1 minute. Remember, getting in line when you're ready.
Yep, so again, when they're ready, they can get in line if they feel like they're done. I don't think anyone's in line quite yet. We still have a lot of people running around. A lot of people running around this circle, so... Oh. I can literally hear the people running around sharing answers with each other, so I love an alliance already. They're yelling and telling each other answers, saying, oh, this is... Question 7 is this. Question 3 is this. They're all sharing answers.
15 seconds.
Ooh, we got friends sharing answers right here too. You do have to be on. Oh, they're running to get in line. They're running to get in line.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Take your answer sheet. Go to the line.
So all my friends who didn't make it to the line are now on the end of the line. And on the opposite side of the field, you can see that they're all in line. But since... Melissa, hearing him yell at the time is triggering. Alright, I'm going to do my best to carry this entire tripod out into the challenge field so we can see the questions too. And back comes... Alright, here we go. Let's read them. Boop, boop, boop. Alright, y'all. How would you do on Macomb, Survivor Macomb Trivia, and Durham Warriors Survival Challenge? So early SC Trivia. We have one Survivor winner has been a contestant. Who was it? I know the answer to that one. What was the first year that the challenge was held in Macomb? Your hint is that it was season 6 of Survivor Challenge. Complete the chart below. Number of male winners versus female winners in each of the states that it's taken place in. Our first 5 seasons took place in Maine on Bob Crowley's property. Draw a line connecting the name of the tribe to its season winner. Oh my gosh, that's a toughie. That's a tough one. Alrighty. Once the tribes were formed, how many seasons did not start with 3 tribes? That, you'd have to be a super fan to get that one for sure. Of the Survivor contestants who have played, 2 have made it to Final Tribal Council. Name either of them. I'm trying to think of that one. I actually don't know the answer to that one either. Gosh, maybe I'm not even good enough to have this job. Who let me do this? Circle the range that contains the number of survivors who have played. Love that. Whoop. Sorry, I'm like trying to make sure this camera doesn't fall while I do this, but I want you guys to see it. Okay, draw a name connecting the winner to their season. That makes sense. I could do that one for sure. What year was what year was the challenge first held? So not just the first year it was in Macomb, but the first year of the challenge in general. And then circle the season that featured the twist of not having a merge. I don't know about that one. And last one, our bonus question. There have been 4 contestants, 2 have played in both DWC, so that is our first 5 seasons, and Survival Challenge if you can name 2 of them. So, sounds like Melissa, who is an SC superfan, only knew 2 of those guys. So I bet that a lot of us would have had to do some running around. We can see our sweet friends over here just waiting to see how they did. Oh gosh. Move this puppy over here. They're all discussing probably their answers and the fact that they didn't know anything over there as we were waiting to grade all of their tests. Our volunteers. I don't think, did Donovan make FTC? I thought that he was I thought that he didn't make FTC. I thought he was like a fourth place maybe, but that was just a couple seasons ago that he played. He didn't play too long ago. I don't remember, maybe he did. He definitely could have been. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, no, Mary, the questions are insane. They were very hard. The intention was for it to be hard, right? We didn't want, if everyone gets 10 questions right, then what fun is it, really? got my volunteers walking through, standing directly in front of my stream, which is so helpful. Love that. I'm just kidding, I love them, they're great. Okay. Anyway, so they're hanging out over there. I'm literally working off a giant tripod. You guys can kind of see, I'm gonna flip the screen around. You guys can kind of see, like right here is the tripod I'm working off of. Normally I have a little selfie stick action. We're still working on, I'm gonna have this like get up tomorrow. It's gonna be like over my head. I'm gonna be just walking around like, you know, and people like wear one of those like baby things on their chest. That's gonna be me, but with a camera tomorrow. So just get ready for that. We'll go back to all our friends though. Hanging out. Yeah. So, waiting to see how everybody did. If you want to maybe catch a little bit of what they're saying over there, Isaiah's stream is pretty close. So if you hop over to YouTube, our YouTube channel, you can see, maybe catch a couple, excuse me, a couple of their conversations, but, ooh, our volunteers are walking away, which leads me to believe that we might be near an answer. And you know what? I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek about what's happened. Our friends who maybe didn't know as much, maybe didn't prepare as much for Survival Challenge, are about to get pulled from this big group of friends and taken to yet another undisclosed location. So we'll see where they go.
We had a lot of people not putting
Thanks, Chrissy. Oh, inside scoop. Bryce, tell us more.
We just had a lot of people not put their names on the papers, which scores them an automatic 0. So it seems like a lot of it's going to come down to what place they got in the line itself.
Isn't it devastating when people just don't listen to directions? Like that, John said that so many times.
Yes, right before he sent them off, he was like, and one more thing, put your name on the paper.
You know what? You can lead a horse to water, but what are you going to do? So, you know, they did what they could do. Let's see. All right. Yeah, this setup is really nice.
The elevator director.
Yeah, so commentary, I will say, yeah, Isaiah's going to get you a lot more of like up close what the players are saying. So if you want to hear kind of a little bit more of the up close action, if you want to know just based on what I see and what I feel like saying, then you're going to be here. Eventually it's going to be more of like as the game goes on, like obviously right now I really don't know what everybody's talking about. Like I don't know how everyone's doing. I don't know what's really going on. There's not a lot of game commentary to talk on right now. So eventually that's what this stream is going to be more about. It's like talking about game commentary, how I think people are doing based on what I'm seeing. Whereas Isaiah will be talking a bit more about like the actual challenges that are happening and how those challenges are proceeding. So if you're a person with like a baseline knowledge of Survivor, Survival Challenge, this is probably a stream that'll be better for you. But if you're a person who's like, I actually just want to know what challenge they're doing, who's winning, and what the vote of Tribal Council was, the other stream is going to be better for you. Unsure who put their name on and who didn't. So, we'll find out. Apparently a lot of them. So, unknown.
Yeah.
And Javin said, can confirm it was a lot of them. So,
I know one for sure was
Huffy.
Kelsey.
Kelsey did not put a name on it?
Correct.
Ooh, okay. So Kelsey, our friend in the orange tank top, almost like right in the middle there. I checked her in, that's why I know her name already. She did not put her name on it, so toughie.
We hate to see it, ladies and gentlemen.
We hate to see it.
I did notice that so many of them were like curious when they realized some of the people were gone. I watched them like point at their space, going, where'd they go?
All right.
So I don't know if they're understanding that like when you do well here.
They don't know, yeah.
Actually, I'm not even personally sure if it's doing well sends you away or if doing well keeps you here. Actually.
Yeah, neither are our viewers.
Yeah.
So,
do you?
I do, yeah.
Oh.
I do know. I'm not going to tell you guys, but I do know.
Oh, wow.
Where did they take the little group? Isn't that a great question? Someday you will find out. It's actually going to be tonight. Tonight you'll find out. Because we're having some glitches in video, we sent Taylor to learn about all the good things that are happening to our friends who are no longer here. So she will be able to give us a scoop later today. Good luck, everybody. Yeah. We have not addressed the fact that there are 25 people in the cast. I don't know if they noticed that or not yet. Definitely something that hopefully we'll find out once they get a little scoop. So I'm gonna go ahead and walk on over to our friends over here. Oh God, here we go. Okay, sorry everyone for the shaky camera. Oh, just in time. John just silenced them all. Another Macomb train. All right. Everybody, so now people are being called and they're being told to grab their bags. If their name is called, they're just getting in a line.
Stay in line, please. Stay in your order.
So they're grabbing their bags. John's asked them to stay in order. I will say there's a train going, and unfortunately our cameras, our mic isn't working super well to hear John. I will get a little bit closer in a second once we get going on the next challenge, so that you guys can hear that hopefully. But again, we have Isaiah's stream that's a bit closer if you're wanting something that's like up more close and personal. Where is he? There he is. So if you want to see, check in that one to see your individual person, see the look on their face, the sweat on their brow, go head over to his stream. But I'm gonna head over, we're gonna get walking here so we can see the next challenge. Yeah, unfortunately John is not mic'd. We traditionally don't mic him because he moves around a lot, so anytime that we do give him a mic, there's a lot of like traction from his clothing and just moving around in general, so he does not get a mic. That way, it's just a little bit easier for us to make sure that I can give you the commentary and, you know, give you all the updates of what's going on. But we are currently dividing our groups into who did well and who maybe didn't do as well on that last challenge. And we're gonna follow them. Ryan, which side's the main challenge?
The main challenge.
You guys get a little insider's look. Here's our tribal council setup if you haven't seen it yet. All right. Boop. We have some people guessing at what their next thing is going to be. What their next constantly being split off from everybody else has to be pretty stressful. I think they're doing the cha-cha slide now, unsure. Go on over, see if we can get a little closer.
I'm also like, I'm very close to like, immediately getting something. I needed to.
Should have sprinted that whole time just to like get them.
See if...
Hurry up, wait.
Hey, Leia, will you see if it's up again? Will you ask?
Oh, you did?
Okay, cool. Hey, hopefully you're back. Sorry about that. I think it's, again, the tribal council area is like literally a dead zone. It's horrible, and we're trying our best to use some new tech to navigate that, but obviously not working perfectly. So if one stream ever drops, head to the other stream. That's another purpose of doing two different streams, is that hopefully one of them will be going at all times, because out here in Macomb, we are literally in the middle of nowhere. There is no way for us to confirm if we're gonna have on streams or not.
I mean, that makes sense.
So it seems like our friends over here are trying to figure out how they're being divided, and it sounds like they are correctly inferring that the people who get the lowest scores on the quizzes are the ones being taken away. That is what's happening right now. So is your loved one in this group, or have they been taken away already?
Yeah, so we don't have it in the DMV area.
I did like a crispy chicken avocado salad, so I was like, I did a lot of but then get some vegetation. I had a lot of vegetables. In my car.
They could be the team now.
Thank you all so much for your patience. If you can get back in line, and if I could get you to turn around and face the other direction opposite the corn, and then follow me. At this point, I'll have to ask you to stop talking.
Alrighty, we're gonna head back with them. Whoop. Sorry to everyone. Not how silly goofy that was. Alright. And we're back, everybody.
Congratulations. Our next challenge pretty simple rules. On my go, you're going to turn around and you're going to run to one of the two piles behind you and grab one piece. You can only have one piece in your possession at any time. If you have that piece,
Once John gets done explaining the challenge to the contestants, I'll recap it and explain it to all of you as well. Also, if you guys can sound off in the comments if you can see and hear okay, since I think the stream did go out for a little bit, just let me know.
Make up the first 4 rungs of the ladder. Farther set of pieces make up the second 4 rungs. So when you have your piece, you come up and you place it, you'll see these little coins that are attached to this Velcro right here. So if I correctly place this piece, I'm going to pull that coin off, I'm going to put it in the bag. At the end of the challenge, we're going to count the coins in your bag, so make sure it gets in there safely. Once both of the pieces are placed on a rung, you're allowed to step on it to get higher up. If you're vertically challenged, for sure,
Yay! I cannot get closer to the group because I have a giant tripod, so I won't be getting closer. We need to watch from an angle because ultimately this is about their experience getting to do the challenges. So I can zoom in for you, get a little bit closer. I'll explain what John is saying, but I'm going to stay back a little bit just so that way I'm making sure I'm not getting in their way. They can compete in the challenge freely, so that way we're kind of out of it.
that person who places the final piece, and only that person, can climb up the ladder, and at the top, a little bag.
Basically though, what this challenge is you'll notice right behind our contestants here, there are a couple piles of puzzle pieces. These close puzzle pieces are the pieces for the first 4 rungs of the ladders in front of them. Obviously, the colors of the pieces correspond to the colors of the stairs. So what they're going to do is they are going to race over, and one at a time they're going to try the different puzzle pieces and try and find the correct puzzle piece that goes in their rung of the ladder. All these puzzle pieces will fit in the rungs of the ladder. If they successfully find the right piece, they're allowed to collect a little coin that is on each of the stairs. The only way they're allowed to collect that coin is if they correctly place the right puzzle piece there. Then they're going to make their way, as they place more and more puzzle pieces, they're going to make their way up the ladders. They're allowed to place, I believe, any piece that they want, any color of piece they want on any portion of the ladder. If they are the one to place the last puzzle piece on the top of any of the colors of ladder, they are able to then climb up the rest of the stairs, unwrap a final bag of puzzle pieces, and get, a final bag of little coins to collect to their total. They're collecting their coins. You can see right here our friend in the back, I think that's Jay, question mark, has a little bag in their hand. Yeah, those bags are where they're going to be collecting their coins. The players with the most coins in their bags at the end of the challenge are going to move on to our final challenge of the session. So our little kind of elimination style challenge for all 25 contestants is going to culminate in one more after this. So definitely want to be getting as many coins as they can. The rungs of the ladders all have different levels of coins on them. Some have 1, some have 2, I think some even have 3 coins. So hopefully they're able to strategically pick which one they want to go on to, which coins they want to try and grab, which colors they're looking for, because they're going to competing against each other to try and, again, correctly paste these ones and then these ones. These ones that are close are the puzzle pieces for steps 1 through 4 of each of the colors. Oh god, he did that quick. So they're literally just grabbing pieces, praying for the best. Ooh, so they went to the far pile. Oh. Gotcha. So they can place them on any stair. So the ones, again, in these front pile is going to be this pieces for steps 1 through 4. The back pile is steps 5 through 8 probably, or having the top steps. So they're trying to find the right spot where their piece goes. So everyone's staying over there because they don't have to place the first step first. They can place any step first. So they're just looking for a correct step. So honestly, depending on how many pieces are on each, how many pieces are on each step, it might be more advantageous to just this one's got 3 pieces, this one has 3 coins on it, I want to find that piece, and then strategically, go and try and find that piece in amongst the piles. But honestly, there's no way to confirm that the piece you're looking for isn't a piece that somebody else already has in their hand. So unsure what the best strategy for this one is. This is not a challenge. We've done this challenge in a lot of different ways in Survival Challenge over the years. This staircase is one of my favorite challenges because it's very similar to a real survival challenge where they have to build the staircase on their way up. And this is a very hard challenge. So doing it this way is probably equally as difficult, honestly. Let's see. And you don't have to force them. John's saying, don't force it. It's very easy. They will go on clearly. There's also a really good strategy to this challenge. So basically, some of the pieces like kind of have a leftward lean to them, and some of them have a rightward lean to them. So they're both parallelograms, but in a different direction. So being able to find out that your parallelogram goes a certain way compared to another way, like which step you're looking at. It's very hard to explain. Honestly, I don't think that was a very good description, so I'll probably tell you guys later. Maybe I'll get a chance to get over there and look at it. We got a friend, I don't know that person's name, but they're climbing the stairs. It looks like the blue staircase has made a lot of progress. Again, remember, the only way that you get to climb the entire blue ladder is if you were the last person to place a piece. And it looks like our friend in the blue shorts right there is going to be the last one to place a piece because she has the last blue piece in her hand. So now she gets to climb the ladder all the way up and get those extra pieces at the top, which is huge for her. She just got 3 extra pieces of gold at the top, basically, because she was the one that completed the blue ladder. So now that we're getting close to the end here, it's going to be more strategic for them to wait and try and keep the last piece to their ladder, because then they get the points for placing that piece, right? They'll have some gold on their step for placing the piece, but they will also get, if they're the last one in line, the opportunity to climb the ladder and get the final gold at the top. So, good strategy from Blue Shorts over here. Unsure what her name is. Good for her. If you know her name, let me know. Shout her out in the comments. She's doing great. So yeah, it looks like other ones. I will say, I'm pretty sure the last color completed doesn't actually get to finish their ladder. I think it's just the first 3 ladders completed. You guys can hear that buzzing? It is a drone directly above my head. They're still really fighting for it, and it looks like there are quite a few yellow pieces left. So the yellow ladder has been neglected. Looks like they're all just kind of waiting in line too. Oh my gosh, they're fighting.
You get it? Got it?
Yellow down to
Oh my gosh, that was really big drama. All the pieces are gone, and blue shirt and long hair purple shirt literally slid in the grass and fought for it. Ooh. Yes, black sports bra, blue shorts, Kaylee. Okay, thank you, appreciate you. I'm still working on my names, guys, so I appreciate your help. There's a lot of people here I gotta learn. All right, so it looks like we finished up all of the pieces that can be placed are being placed.
No,
I was like, okay, I was like, oh,
Ooh, I love the drama. So now we saw them fight over that piece. I'm curious if that's going to make some bad blood. So Griffin beat our blue sweatshirt. I think blue sweatshirt is Nicole, off the top of my head.
got it.
Yeah, so that was dramatic. I'm really excited to see if that, if they're a little bad blood there later because of sneaking and beating him, or beating her to that piece. Interesting. So now we've got everybody's bags over here, and we are counting those coins while our friends wait over here. I am going to go show you guys while we wait, because it's going to take a second while we count these. I'm going to show you the pieces of this lovely staircase puzzle. We'll just say hey to Eric, who's doing it too. I'll just pause right here, because you can see them. So if you look down, right, you can see my finger? There it is. You can see that some of them slant this way, some of them slant this way. So being able to tell, oh, I'm on a stair, my piece is a stair that slants to the right, my piece is a stair that slants to the left, was a good way that they were going to be able to tell which stair piece they had, which could have helped them place them faster. Unfortunately, the first time you do this challenge, it usually takes a really long time to realize that, speaking from personal experience. So that would help them place it a little bit faster, but you can see that the puzzle pieces fit on there, and they're toughies. So yeah, and now we have our friends who are just sitting over here waiting to know how well they did.
It's raining,
Right.
Okay, well.
And John's just hanging. John's just here for a good time.
No, it's cool.
So eventually they will see, people who got the most coins are going to stay for our last challenge. And those are of our friends who did not
I'm a Dorothy.
stay the most or get the most coins are going to leave and head back to our final, be our final group to go eliminated, basically. And again, we don't know where those other groups are going, but I will tell you at the after show if you tune in. So we'll see you then.
Definitely a Dorothy.
So,
Yeah. Really like.
do you see your loved one here? Did they make it to challenge number 3? Who do we got? I know we have in the green hat, we have Paul. In the pink tank top behind Paul, we have Lee. I believe in the green shirt is KP. We had Griffin in the purple shirt. He is over, waiting by the porta potty. Let's see, who else do we have here? Anybody else? Shout out your loved one. Who are they? What's their name? How are they doing? I know we have Dan over by the porta potty. So it looks like Griffin and Dan, and I'm not sure of my other names here.
Wow, all the way at the end. The winner, the loser gets a redemption.
How many have we narrowed it down to? Val is in. Thank you. You guys are so helpful to me. You should be running the streams. Are you kidding me? Appreciate it. Alright, we got a Ned. Ned over here.
Is that your slate shirt?
Ned, my Boston hat. Chris. Okay, loved ones. Yeah, day 1 is always a toughie for me when they have to wear the same outfits for several days. Then I got it. Alright, we got Erin in the white socks there. Thank you. I didn't even see Erin. She was behind the guy in the safari hat. Yeah, Jeff Probst actually gets to study their bios and stuff before they start in the actual Sparta season. It's just me watching them walk in and doing my best. And back comes John. I think we got a winner, folks. Or a set of winners, maybe. Doesn't look like my volunteers are counting much anymore, so. Alright, so we got Val, we got Aaron, I think Jay, my friend in the white shirt, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Jay, thank you. Jordan, we got Lee, we have Kaylee, we determined, in the blue shorts, black sports bra. Paul. Light blue long sleeve shirt is Nicole. Okay, I thought it was Nicole too. I'm pretty sure I checked her in, but I couldn't remember. Okay, Jay, your sister. Alright, Jordan. Support the fam. I know Dan is in the pinkish shorts. Yeah, I'm pretty sure KP is in the black overall. I might be making that up. That might be wrong. Oh, I was right. Thank you, Diane. Alright, it looks like we're about
Ryan,
to...
I need Paul, Jay, Kaylee, Ellie, and Elisa. Right, grab your bags and come with me.
Ooh. They're waving goodbye to their friends because they are our final group to be taken away.
And I need everybody else, so if you can grab your belongings, and come right back here.
Thank you.
And water
Alrighty, team. We are going to head with our...
Things there.
You're getting some good footage of Eric right now. There he is.
Eric being late to his assignment.
And we're going to follow our friends this way. So, this time, our better competitors are the ones that are actually heading to Tribal Council for their final one. So hopefully the stream stays. If it doesn't stay, again, be sure to head to Isaiah's stream on YouTube if mine cuts out for any reason. But hopefully it'll stay up. Alrighty, so I actually have decided. Oops, go ahead. There's our volunteer. Yay, there they go! In order to ideally get you the most content possible, I'm almost positive the stream is going to drop if I go back in there. So what we're going to do is our 5 victors, as we'll call them, they were the ones who did the best on all the challenges, are headed to their final challenge of the opening session. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head back and we're going to learn a little bit about what our other friends have been up to just give you a little inside scoop. And here's Isaiah. Whoops, sorry. Yeah, let's watch this challenge out here.
Oh, okay, cool. Great, awesome. We're turning around.
Just kidding! I made him change his mind. Alrighty.
I don't know what's going on. I literally was like, I have no idea what's really going on. I don't know who's good, who's not doing good. I have no clue. But we're in the challenge, trying to figure that out. But thank you. I love that we're trying to figure it out. So okay, so it looks like, yeah, we're gonna head over to this group of 8. Is that what the group of 8?
Yep.
So we've had
Group of 5 and a group of 8, I'm pretty sure left, right?
Yeah, 13, and then the other 2 groups of 6s are somewhere else in the woods of Macomb, doing I don't know what. But it looks like, yeah, this group here has another challenge. Let's go find out. Breaking into the 5, those 5 picks. Maybe that's a good guess. Right, the mapping, exactly. I think that's why it's, again, so difficult with 25. Usually we do 24 people and you can break 24 down and it'll be a lot of different. So 25. Ooh. Oh wait, now we're breaking up again. Okay. Now they just put this group of 8 and strip them. So this challenge is called in a moment, you're each going to get, actually let's do that now. I get 1, 2, 3, and then 4 in the order that you drew, please. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, perfect. In a moment, you're each going to get a paddle and a red ball that you'll place on the top of the paddle. I'll give you your placement in a moment around this circle that's in front of us. When you have your paddle, you may only use one hand, and I want you to put that hand underneath, not on the side, nothing like that. Any touching around the side, I'm going to have to disqualify you, but underneath the platform, excuse me. You'll take the ball, balancing it on top. Sound good? I will give you your placement. Think of this like a clock. I'll organize you from 12, 3, 6, and 9. And you'll all be facing clockwise. So you're going to be moving around the circle on your right, okay, from your starting position. When I say go, you'll begin moving around the circle, as will everybody else. Your goal is to touch or pass the player in front of you. If you touch or pass them, they are out of the challenge. If you're out, I need you to get out of the way and hop wherever you are around the circle. Right out, come over here, and just hang tight for a second, okay? Make sense? You'll continue moving the entire time. So if you touch a player, and then moments later your ball drops, you are also out of the challenge, and I'll need you to step out as well. We'll continue playing this until there is just one winner of this challenge.
Alright.
Are there any questions?
So in case you guys couldn't hear that, basically
one
they are
last
all going to
thing
have...
that I want to mention, because I forgot to say it, is I do need to have you stay arm length away from the rope course itself, okay? I can't have you all the way out here and then moving back over there.
Alrighty,
Sound
so
good?
in case you couldn't quite hear Balthazar, he's running this challenge. Everyone is going to have a paddle in their hand, and they're going to be balancing a small, it looks like a pool ball, on top of that paddle. They are going to spread themselves evenly out around the circle, and their goal is to catch the person in front of them without letting the ball drop from on top of their paddle.
Actually, I'm going to put you just in front of this.
So they're basically just chasing each other around the circle. It's like basically Idle Hands meets Hot Pursuit, if you're a Survivor fan and are familiar with those challenges.
Your hand touches a different part of the platform than the bottom, and I have to rule you out of the challenge right away. If your ball drops at any point in the challenge, I'm also going to have to ask you to step out.
So again, they cannot touch the top of the paddle, they cannot touch anything but the bottom of the paddle, and they have to catch the person in front of them.
Sound good? Okay.
Yeah, Corey, so what are the rest of the contestants doing? We don't know. They all disappeared, so we've had 4 challenges so far today. This is the 4th one taking place, and every challenge, 6 people dropped. So first challenge, 6 people got taken away. Then,
closing in.
Oop.
We have contact. 1 player out, 2. Oh, get out of the way, thank you. And
Oh my
now,
gosh, they're chasing him.
closing
Dan
in
is
on the winner that just
closing.
knocked out our first. Everyone's picking up the pace. And
Hi,
slowing down.
Kalu. Oh my god, I'm
Moving very
stressed.
quickly and very slowly.
John wants you over.
Looking for one winner of this challenge. I want one winner of this challenge. We are about 4 laps into this challenge.
Y'all are crushing it. Yeah,
Alrighty, we're gonna
Everyone's
wait to
doing
see
great.
how
Make
this
sure that
challenge
platform
ends
doesn't
because
come in
it's
contact with your
insane.
chest.
And then we're gonna
Make the
head
judgment
and
call
check
for
out the
me.
last challenge. They're running. I'm
All players
stressed.
continuing to whirl around, and we have another player eliminated from the challenge. Final 2.
Final 2 sprinting around this course. Oh my gosh, I don't know how they're doing this.
Final 2
Hey
players.
Isaiah,
Getting a bit of distance between them, almost equally distant across the course.
we'll watch them as we leave because I want to get you guys to the other challenge too.
And that'll
Oh,
do it.
down
We
goes
have our winner.
Griffin with the win in Heat 1. Hey,
Okay, we're good.
we're still on. Oh, let's run. Okay, Will, you can run. I'm gonna make Will run with the camera thing. He's making me hold. Whoop. Okay, maybe not.
Hold on. Hold this for me. There we go.
Good?
Yep. All right, we're on the move.
Okay, let's run.
This thing. This guy. There we go.
All right, gang. Let me know if we are.
Chernobyl mushroom. Yeah.
Thank you. Everyone say thank you to Will in the comments for running with that for me because I would not have been able to do that. All right, so we are with our final group of contestants. We just watched one round of our losing contestants from last time going through their challenge. So you can now tell that all of our friends who have been eliminated so far are competing in side challenges. But this group is our final winner.
A little bit of the details. You are the surviving 5 of the initial 25. And what that means for you is the 5 of you will be going back to camp together tonight. Camp will already be made up for you. Camp will consider
Good to know that it fixes itself.
All right, hey gang. So what this challenge is that we have our final 5 contestants who have done the best at all the challenges today. They are the ones who are the last standing top 5 competitors of our challenges. And they are currently going to compete in a challenge called Hold On, which basically means they're going to have these bars in their hands and they have to use like a lot of forearm strength to hold those bars straight into the air like John is about to show. You can see him holding it. And they cannot let the bar slip out from in between the 2 pieces they're holding, just like John's just did. This challenge requires a lot of forearm strength, but even more so concentration. It is anybody's game. truly anybody's game because it's more about intensity and concentration than anything. If you can see Paul's struggling just to get his together there. The bars can slip. The bars can slip out so quickly. It's really hard if your pieces get separated. So Jay looks like they're saving their strength with power spec. Does this challenge hurt the bars? It does, Anthony. Actually, yeah. Bars were hurt in the testing of this challenge. We are not friendly to metal at a survival challenge. We are not a metal-friendly competition. But again, if you were wondering, John kind of alluded to it earlier, but all of our friends who have gone missing so far. So if your loved one is not one of the 5 that is here, sorry, those loved ones have been off competing in challenges to determine what camp they are going to tonight. They are effectively the losers of today's competition. Oh, I already hear some squeaking. So right now we are holding, this is an endurance challenge. And I will say, what happens after this challenge, when the players head back to their camps, John revealed that these 5 are going to camp together. Their camp's going to be completely made up. They're going to have tarps. They're going to have a fire. They're going to have a little bit of food. They are going to an easy night at their camp for the rest of this evening. The 5 of them are victors together. However, what happens after this challenge is a little bit of a survival challenge secret, and what happens when they get back to their tribes, get back to their camps. So I will be cutting the footage pretty much right after this challenge ends to leave you in a little bit of suspense until our live show later this evening. Alright, so you see our friends are really doing their best here. There are a lot of, ooh, Paul's starting to slip over there. I think he has a Golden Girls shirt on. We have everybody who's doing it a different way. We have Jay doing it one arm straight, one arm out. Looks like Kaylee switching back and forth. I think that's Elisa is our last one. I don't know her name. If anyone knows my friend in the Greens name, that would be helpful. But again, this is an endurance challenge, so we might be here a while. Usually I will say people drop in this challenge within a few minutes. It really just takes one slip of concentration to lose it. So we'll see. We'll see how long we're here. Again, if you're missing a loved one, if you're like, hey, where the heck is my sister? She's probably somewhere else. She's okay. She's gonna be alright. And we'll tell you about what they're up to on the live show tonight. But they have all been competing inside challenges once they were eliminated from our main challenge stream. And our main challenge stream is what you guys have been following on the live so far tonight.
Lots of different techniques.
Lots of different techniques. I got Taylor back with me. I sent Taylor on a little mission. She's been running around the woods for the last couple hours for me. Looking at some stuff, taking some notes, trying to let us know what's going on with all our other loved ones. So, if you're curious, Taylor's got the scoop for you.
It's juicy.
Filled with juice. What they're playing for, we don't, Anthony. We do not know why they are competing in this challenge, nor will we ever. That is not information that will be shared with the live. Sorry about that. But you will get to see who wins, I'll say that. Because we're going to stay on until they win, and then once that happens, I will be promptly cutting the stream. I will try to say goodbye. Maybe it's just for fun. Maybe it's just to see who's the best of the best. Put a real big target on your back.
Oh, I did promise the story. Okay, so I started working for Best Western. It was the first hotel company I worked for, and they had this weird thing where you had to train with another employee for 6 weeks before you could do a shift on your own.
That's crazy. 6
so by
weeks,
like
Paul.
week 2, you pretty much know the job besides like the weird idiosyncrasies and stuff.
Paul
so
is
you're
going
kind
to
of just
Christian
like,
Hubert
whatever,
right
okay.
now.
So 6 weeks are up.
Prompt
my
audience,
first night by myself,
nothing to
3
stop him.
3 p.m. to 11 shift, and my manager's like, hey, like,
Here goes
call
Paul.
me if you need anything, but you'll be fine.
He does have a
10:30
Christian
for
look.
my 11 o'clock time to go. I'm like, oh, everything's fine. You know, I'm sitting back in the back watching some garbage on TV. And at the front
Even
desk, I
better,
hear
yeah.
I need a room right now. Give me a room right now. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so I walk out, and there's this woman standing pressed up against the front desk. And she's like, I need you to give me a room right vertical. I need you to give me a room right now. I'm like, okay, like,
Paul's getting
fine. Like,
checked.
and I'm like, so you have like an ID or like, and she's just screaming. and she takes a step back and she's totally naked, head to toe. And I'm like, oh my god, like, oh my god, ma'am, like you have to get cold or whatever. She's like, my boyfriend locked me out of the room or whatever, and she's like, so like I need you to give me a room. I'm like, ma'am, and I don't know why this is my first thought. I was like, ma'am, I can't give you a room. You do not have an ID on you. And I don't know why that was my first thought. So anyhow, so she's screaming, running around the lobby. She starts running up and down the hallways, like, and I'm like, oh my god, like. So finally, the woman is like, call the police right now. And I'm like, go gladly. Call the police. She's still screaming the whole time in the lobby. Luckily, the cops are super close. They're like 2 minutes away. So they come in, and they're like, hey, what's going on? Oh, never mind, because they see the totally naked woman running around the lobby. Vertical. Is that better? So you see the totally naked woman running around the lobby. They're like, oh, never mind. Okay. So they go and take care of her. They go to the back. We're in there for about 30 minutes, and just the cops come back out, and they're like, oh my god, like, so here's the thing. Cops didn't say, oh my god, that was me. They're like, so we're going to arrest both her and the boyfriend. They're like, that room is full, top to bottom, of like drugs and drug paraphernalia. I'm like, oh, okay, fantastic. So, and then I get to thinking, like, I checked those people in like 45 minutes ago. How did they get that much drugs in the room? So I'm like, okay. So I watch, they take the lady out in handcuffs, they take the gentleman out in handcuffs, and then I watch as they pull box after box after box of drugs and drug paraphernalia out of that room. I think it was like 13 boxes in total. And I'm like, how did they get that stuff in there?
Yeah,
but
Brady,
I didn't know. So that's the story of my very first night working in a hotel by myself. Now everyone please clap. Thank you.
Paul attempting to get everyone to drop their bars and get them to clap for him. Honestly, I would clap for him.
Move this challenge along a little bit faster. So what I'm going to ask you to do is extend both of your arms directly out in front
So
of you.
now, they're different techniques. Too bad. Different techniques, too bad. You have to extend your arms straight out, which is hard. It is very hard. It does not feel good. They have 5 seconds to do it. They're all waiting until the last second. Oh. Jay did that so strategically. She waited till the last second.
Which is so smart in challenges like this.
As we saw, because our other friend dropped hers immediately because she tried to do it before she had to. Kaylee's out, so we're down to our goal. Yeah, down goes Paul. Christian did end up winning the challenge that he ranted on during, so.
Good job, you guys. Holy cow, that's tough.
You see, Jay's arms are shaking and down she goes. Alrighty, and that is the end of our challenge. So, those are our challenges for right now. It's actually the end of the stuff we're doing tonight. So, you will see us bright and early in the morning. Check the Facebook page for our start time tomorrow. We will catch you guys all soon, or actually, check out the live stream later tonight. We're doing an after show with a recap of today and how everybody did. Any final thoughts, feelings?
Oh my
We've
god.
got such a strong group and a strong cast, and they all, you're going to hear about it, but they all showcase their strengths and all those little side challenges, so it's going to be very interesting. I'm excited.
We'll see what happens. We'll see you guys in maybe like an hour or so for the after show. Thank you for your time. Goodbye, good night, good riddance, maybe, who knows. End the live stream.